Hey everybody, it's the Agent Lab. You all know that episode 67 was epic. You will now say that I say this after every new series, but agree, DAFUQ is really constantly improving its content, and what I say, the series is getting better and better, is a fact, not just a figure of speech. And recently the full version of the 67 series came out, which is a little different from the parts. Of course, the most noticeable change is this scene where he added a second character with a cape in addition to one secret character. Immediately after that, a huge number of theories appeared on the internet. Who could it be? And today I will tell you about some of them, which seem to me the most logical. Also today we will look at other details and secrets of this series, which I did not have time to mention in the main analysis. So be sure to watch this video from beginning to end, so you don't miss anything important, and put a like, because if we get 250 likes, I will realize that you like such additional analysis of the series. Now let's get started. To kick things off, I'd like to give you my thoughts on the Skibidi Toilet lab that the agents managed to enter at the end of the episode. From the sounds and the logo on the front door, this is the main lab where Skibidi toilets are created. In fact, it was in this battle that we saw a large number of fake G-men. And also importantly, other new technologies, Skibidi. It is noticeable that this place is very important for toilets. And that is why here, although inside the fake, but teleported a real scientist, I'll remind you of the deleted version of this episode, where you hear a girl screaming at the end, and a different Skibidi logo, which strongly resembles a very bad sign that you already know about. Most likely DAFUQ changed the logo because he thought it was too creepy, and maybe so that kids who watch the show wouldn't focus on it too much. And if you think about it and reflect, apparently this is where the transformation of people into Skibidi toilets takes place. There's a reason we heard the screaming. And in the new version of 67, DAFUQ decided to swerve a bit into neutral and removed that creepiness. However, that doesn't change the fact that creepy things happen in this lab. It also seems to me that in addition to the appearance of Skibidi toilets, there's some experimentation going on here with different agents, as we've seen in earlier episodes. Recall that in one episode, we are shown a scientist testing parasite technology. I'm assuming it was done in this particular lab, and what we end up with is this. It turns out the agents are right inside the main lab, and the Titans are outside to keep an eye on the situation and defend against the big Skibidi toilets. Looks like the end of the war is near, after all. They've already reached the finish line, that's it. Here's the main villain, it would seem. Just catch up with him and kill him. But not everything is as simple as it seems, friends. Now I'll explain why this is just the beginning, and the finale is still a long way off. But still, why do I think that the finale is not close? First of all, the viewing and hype of the series is so high that it would be foolish to end it. Secondly, although temporarily, but the scientist and the real G-Man managed to escape. And in the third, except for the endless war between agents and toilets, the series has a spare trump card in the form of these secret characters, which we will talk about soon. The point is that even if there is ever a finale to the series, it will be a soft relaunch, and the old characters will be replaced by new ones. Now let's get to the main topic of this video. Let me remind you that originally there was only one person standing there, and it was only in the full version of the episode that a second person appeared there. Most likely, when part 1 was published, he did not show two characters, for the reason that people do not get confused. After all, when part 1 episode 67 was released, the audience did not know how it would end and what we will see. But when we already saw the whole picture, and we had a clue who could be this second character, he added him. So by that logic, the secret to solving this mystery of the second character is somewhere in the same episode. And I'll remind you that in addition to them, we saw a third character behind the rock in the opposite direction. This one looks like DAFUQ Boom. Here we see a suit and glasses. But the problem is that in the first case, we see only silhouettes, and it is very difficult to understand who it is. However, by the green color of the teleportation, we can assume that one of these characters is also DAFUQ Boom. Then what does that mean? There are two DAFUQ Boom in this universe. After all, assuming he just managed to teleport away, we should have seen a green glow here, which we don't. This theory actually makes sense. What if DAFUQ actually has multiple variations, and not all of his variations are good? That would explain why some episodes he helps agents and others the other way around. But here comes the second question, who is the second character? Notice from the silhouette that this character has a cloak. Who else had a cape out of the DAFUQ Boom characters? That's right, Melior9. But I agree, it's impossible to prove. That's just my suggestion. But here's another theory for you. Remember that red cameraman I mentioned in the analysis of part 4 of episode 67? A lot of people assume that he was the one who was next to him. After all, he got into the base before anyone else, and it seems like he was inside from the beginning. Also, don't forget about the situation where he took out DAFUQ Boom's green interference. Whoever it is, rest assured assured one of these mysterious characters is a villain who wants to let the good and show him from the bad side. Although we do see the real DAFUQ help us in this episode and tell us to turn left, so we notice the original scientist. Well, friends, for today we will end for now. If you liked the video, then subscribe to the channel and watch my other videos, like our analysis of episode 67. And of course, thank you for watching, goodbye, and good luck.